G'day everyone, this afternoon I've decided to come down to the Lower Ovens River to catch some shrimp, to film a catch and cook shrimp video. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Now the reason I want to do this is a few years ago I filmed a video just like this, catch and cook freshwater shrimp. But it wasn't overly successful and I didn't catch very many shrimp. I was at Lake Moodamere and I think I might have only caught 3 or 4 shrimp and even they weren't very big. So I'm going to come down here and have another go at making a freshwater shrimp catch and cook video. Hopefully I can catch some bigger shrimp and hopefully I can catch some more. Now, I've got my 2 shrimp nets or collapsible bait traps. They're still folded up and they're going to be baited up with trout heads. I just happen to have a couple of trout heads floating around the freezer. That's a redfin head. And 1 redfin head and 1 trout head. Right, folks. I'm using fish heads. Let's bait the nets up and get them in. I can't get my head into the bait compartment. It's too big. Oh, I broke the zip. No. I broke the zip trying to get my head into the bait compartment. As Brett would say, I'm in a hell of a mess. Hang on. If I can just get it to work now. Go! Got it, sort of. This will be the last trip of this net. They're only about $10 each or something, these nets, so I'll just have to replace that one. Or I could just put a little bit of wire around the zip. That'll do. Now the redfin head can go in this net. Head and a bit of guts there as well. Am I the only one that's got a freezer full of heads? A few days ago I came down here fishing with Loretta and the fishing was dead. You'll see bits and pieces of that trip on my monthly mashup, but I caught a heap of shrimp. Didn't get any fish, but I got a lot of shrimp and I got them right here. That's what sort of inspired me to come and film this. Right, now my second shrimp net can just go down there next to the bank, next to them reeds. And as soon as I get back to the car, I'm going to get some bloody air guard. The mosquitoes are horrible. Go away. The current's tossing that around a bit down there. Hopefully it settles. I reckon it's going to settle there. Yep, it's found a spot to settle. Put the stick in. Well, the stick's already in, so I'll wrap the cord around it. Where's the air guard? Right, I've just set up my trangia. There's my pot. I'll put a little bit of water in here out of my Camelback drink bottle. So I'll give it a bit of a rinse first. Right. Right, now I've just set up my trangia. I'll go and check my shrimp net shortly. What I'll do, I'll get the water to a really strong boil, then I'll just put 2 or 3 in to make sure the water continuously boils. I don't want the water to go off the boil by putting them all in at once, because I want them to die straight away. So I'll put them in just a few at a time and make sure the water keeps boiling. Anyway, let's go and check the shrimp nets. Time to checketh the net. But I've got to get some water in my bucket first, and that's going to be hard because the bank's very muddy. Now, after I finish this shrimp catch and cook, I'm going to throw some lines in and do a bit of fishing. I want to wait till the shadows come across the river a bit more first though. It's a bit hot sitting in the sun. Anyway, what's the first net got? I can hear shrimp. That's more than the 3 that I caught in the last video, put it that way. They're not huge. Those few in there are a bit small, they can stay in there. I've got probably half a dozen there that are an okay size. When I was down here with Loretta earlier in the week, I caught a heap of shrimp where that other net is there, but I didn't have a net in here. This net's about 1.5 meters downstream of where I put it in, and it's in shallow, so... Oh, there was a shrimp on top. Oh no, there's shrimp in there, beauty. Oh, there's more in this than the other one. Beautiful. The shrimp jackpot. Big ones too, you beauty. just what I need for my catch and cook. These big kahunas. Or as Larry from Larry's Fishing calls them, prawns. Look at the size of these shrimp. Just hit the jackpot with that net. One more. Right, I've got all the shrimp I need. I'll put the nets back in anyway just for the fun of it, but I don't think I'll be needing any more shrimp than what I just caught. Right, now I've got my shrimp. It's time to light the trangia. See if I can light this leaf with my electric taser lighter. This thing's cool. Oh, we're going. That's all. I don't need all these dead leaves. That's all it takes. I can see a lot of steam coming out here. Oh yes, we have a raging boil. Right, I'll throw a few in. Like I said before, I don't want to throw too many. I don't want the water to cool down. Okay, it's still boiling, but it's not a raging boil, but it's coming back up. I reckon they'll probably only need 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. They won't need long. So they may even need to leave that lid on. Right, now these guys have been boiling for about 4 minutes. I reckon it'll be 3 or 4 minutes. I reckon that's enough. I'll take them off. I've got to smother that flame. That's not the best way to do that. But anyway, the best way to do it is to take the side off it with a bit of a breeze. I didn't want to do that. Anyway, I'm travelling very light here. This is all very basic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tip that out into this other saucepan here. This is a bit dirty anyway, so I'll tip the water into there. That's actually a little bit on the warm side, Robert. And I'm going to put the shrimp on this lid. No tongs, no strainers. I bought salt, but I didn't bring any vinegar or lemon juice or anything fancy like that. I want them to be natural. Shrimp natural. Right, and there they are. Just got to wait for them to cool down a little bit now. Then I'll shell them, then I'll eat them. Oh, that can go over here. The one that I just cooked them in, I'll put some clean water in there to just wash them as I shell them. I'll get rid of this whole trangia. Right, a little bit of clean water in there just to give them a bit of a wash as I shell them. Are they cooled down enough yet? Still a bit warm, but they should be alright. Let's shell them, see what happens. I'm at the bush here, so I reckon if I just throw these shells to buggery, the ants or something else will get them. Right, I've just spent 5 minutes shelling them, and that's what you call reward for effort. There's not much meat. I broke quite a few of the tails. I'm just going to put a bit of salt on now. I broke quite a few of the tails trying to get the meat out. As the journalist would say, trying to extricate the meat. The moment of truth. That is so good. Last time I made one of these videos, I only got a real small taste because I only had like 3 tails. At least here I've got a few tails, and they are actually very, very nice. Wow. That was so good. It's a lot of work for not a lot of meat, which is probably why most people don't keep and catch and cook shrimp. But I had fun doing it, and it certainly tasted absolutely, it was so nice. Last time I done it, I only had like 3 tails, and it wasn't enough to really get the flavour, if you know what I mean. But this time around, I had more than enough to get enough flavour, and gee, it was nice. I've always said yabbies are nicer, but I tell you what, they're right up there with yabbies. They were so nice. Anyway, there's the river. Current time is 5:22, 5:23. I'm going to pack up my camera gear now, get ready to go fishing. And in about half an hour, I'm just going to go and throw a couple of lines in down there, and I'm going to see if I can end this video with a fish. Righto, now it's time to catch myself a fish. I've got 2 rods, both with a paternoster rig. This one's got 2 Jan Jack worms, and the other one will have 2 bits of tasty cheese. Now I fished here with Loretta only 3 or 4 days ago for 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours from 4 p.m. until 20 past 8, and we never caught a fish. Never even had any proper fish bites. It's currently 10 to 6, so I've got about 2.5 to 3 hours here tonight to improve on my performance. Oh, finally a half decent bite. He's on. I was just about to pull up stumps. I've been here for 2 hours. Look at the size of the fish. He's tiny. It's a tiny little trout cod. I kid you not, at 7:30 I was rehearsing the line in my head. I was going to say 7:30, thanks for watching my catch and cook shrimp success and fishing fail video. But then I caught a fish. I'll tell you, a little weenie fish, but I caught a fish. Don't worry, I'm not using the net to land a fish 4 inches long. I'm using it to wet my hand, make it nice and wet, so that I can keep the fish cool. He's got a big scar on him. What a pretty little trout cod. Come on, mate. He's got a big scar down his side there. Looks like something's maybe tried munching on him. See you later, mate. You might be protected to us anglers, but you're not protected to the big Murray cod that like to eat you, I don't think. Alright folks, that's it. I'm packing up. Thank you very much for watching my freshwater shrimp catch and cook, infused with a little bit of trout cod at the end. Idiot.